Good day everyone! Welcome to my video. Today, we are going to talk about the story of one of the greatest intellectual rivalries in the human history. It has a drama, secrecy, genius, and a bit of academic pittiness. Yep, we are going to talk about the race to invent calculus. The same with the calculus that haunts students today started with two brilliant men who lived hundreds of miles apart and ended up in a feud that divided Europe. So let's start the story. Let's rewind to the 1600s. Science was exploding with new discoveries. Planets moving around the sun, objects falling with strange patterns, and curves appearing everywhere in the geometry. But scientists had major problem. They didn't have math to describe how things change. You want to know the instant speed of a falling apple? You want to measure the area under a weird curved line? Or you want to understand the orbit of planets? Old school geometry just couldn't handle it. So mathematicians across Europe were trying to solve the same puzzle. How do we measure change? How do we study motion? Or how do we describe curves precisely? And that's where the story of calculus begins. This is Isaac Newton, a 23-year-old student at Cambridge who was forced to go home because of the bubonic plague. And while most of us would be watching Netflix during the quarantine, Newton discovered or invented a new branch of mathematics. Between 1665 and 1667, Newton developed what he called the method of fluxions. He was studying how quantities change, like how velocity changes into acceleration, how curves bend, and how forces act. This eventually became one half of calculus called differentiation. He also explored infinite series and ways to calculate areas under curves, the other half of calculus called the integration. But here's the twist. Newton didn't publish it. Not in 1665, not in 1670s, and not even in 1680. He kept his work private for years, only sharing bits with his close colleagues. Newton feared criticism, and honestly, he hated controversy. Ironically, this decision would lead to one of the biggest controversies in scientific history. Now, let us travel to Germany. Around the 1670s, a brilliant philosopher and mathematician named Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz began working on similar problems. Leibniz was fascinated by curves and how to describe small changes. Through his own research, he invented a logical and systematic way of doing calculus. In 1684, he published the first official paper on calculus. Not only did he publish before Newton, but he also introduced the notation we still use today. His contributions include the symbol for integrals, the denotation for derivatives, the dx, dy, and dt, which is the building blocks of modern calculus. Leibniz's version was clear, elegant, and easy to use, and mathematicians in Europe loved it. Now, here's where the drama kicks in. When Leibniz published his paper, some British mathematicians noticed similarities between his ideas and Newton's earlier unpublished notes. Rumors began to spread. Did Leibniz steal Newton's ideas? Did he get access to Newton's manuscript? Or did he build his system using Newton's secrets? The tension grew, Letters were exchanged. Accusations piled up. By the early 1700s, this wasn't just a disagreement. It was a full-on mathematical war. Newton's supporters claimed Leibniz was a plagiarist. Leibniz supporters insisted he discovered calculus independently. And here's the biggest piece of this story. In 1712, the Royal Society in England formed a committee to investigate the matter. But guess who secretly wrote the final report accusing Leibniz? It is Newton himself. He literally wrote the judgment on a feud he was involved in. Talk about conflict of interest. The feud got worse. People stopped working together. British mathematicians became isolated from the rest of Europe for nearly a century. While the continent continued to advance using Leibniz notation, Britain got stuck with Newton's harder system. This slowed British mathematicians for generations. When Leibniz died in 1716, England's newspapers didn't even mention his death. That's how deep the rivalry went. So, who actually invented calculus? Today, historians agreed on this. Newton and Leibniz developed calculus independently. Newton had the core ideas first, but Leibniz published first and created better notation. Newton's approach focused on physics in motion, while Leibniz's approach focused on symbolism and general methods. Both viewpoints were essential. Without Leibniz notation, calculus would be nearly impossible to teach today. Without Newton's insight, modern physics might not be exist. They were like two geniuses climbing the same mountain, but from the opposite sides. The race to invent calculus wasn't just about math. It was a story of ambition, communication, and the messy side of being a genius. Newton had the idea first, but Leibniz published it first. And together, they created one of the most powerful tools in science. And that's what we call the calculus.